Which one of you left the cocaine in the White House?
I left the cocaine! 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 I left the cocaine!
Who else would it be? Well, I guess we'll never know.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Something fishy is going on in the White House, and I'm not just talking about the smell of Joe Biden's Depends. The Secret Service is shutting down their investigation a week after we found that somebody brought a little bit of angel dust inside of the most secure building in the world. Secret Service closes down White House cocaine investigation. Biden administration is accused of cover-up over failures to catch suspect. Why wouldn't you be able to catch the cocaine suspect? Now, I got a number of things I want to cover here, but I want to start by saying I don't often want to be self-referential, okay? There's a lot of really smart people out there, but I've literally been inside of right where they found the cocaine. I cannot explain to you enough how secure this area is inside of the White House. The Secret Service says that there are 500 people that were suspects at the time. 500 people were on the White House grounds. Well, it's a pretty big building, a very important building, a lot of people working there. So that would make a lot of sense. That doesn't seem like too big of a list to start narrowing down drug testing people. Cocaine stays in your system for a while. Where's the DNA test on the bag? Oh, they said it came back inconclusive. Okay, fine. Well, then where's the videotape? Because I've been to this exact location in the White House, all right? This was found inside of a locker where they force you to lock up your personal items when you're going into the area of the president, right? I was going into the Oval Office to interview Donald Trump. So I had to lock up my cell phone, my car keys, a pack of gum I had in my pocket. I had to put them all into a small cubby, and then I had to lock it, and then you get your key. And that's so that you don't bring in spyware into the White House or some listening device or something. It's for security. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense. Sometimes at comedy shows, when they don't want you to film the set, like for a Netflix special, they make you lock your stuff in a cubby as well. Agents decided it's just some weekend visitor. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, says Republican Rep. Tim Birchlet. The agency decided to close the investigation without finding the culprit. It's because they know that the culprit is the Biden family. Now, this isn't the first time, shockingly, that drugs have been found in the White House. Now, Lauren Boebert is telling us the Secret Service says that drugs have been discovered 3 times at the White House since 2022. Holy schmoly. Yeah, that's right. And that's just what they admitted to. Marjorie Taylor Greene saying the Secret Service has narrowed down 500 people as potential source of the White House coke. They're ending the investigation without administering drug tests to these individuals. There's a total failure. The American people deserve to know who smuggled illegal narcotics into the White House. Again, if you're buying cocaine, then you are supporting America's enemies. If you're buying cocaine, then you're supporting cartels, drug trafficker, child traffickers, the worst people in the world. The people that America is at war with. The CNN is proudly crowing that the Secret Service's investigation found no suspect. Sources say. Why is CNN so excited about this? Because they know exactly who the suspect would be. They know precisely who the suspect is. The guy who's acting like he's on cocaine. In clear view of the entire country. That's who the suspect is. Okay? The guy who's been arrested for cocaine possession in 1988. The guy who admitted to using cocaine throughout college and Georgetown. The guy who had to be kicked out of the Navy for cocaine. And then he blamed it on 2 black guys that sold him a cigarette. Facts. Cringe Jean-Pierre at the White House saying that it's irresponsible to ask if the cocaine belonged to the Biden family. And then lying. Cringe Jean-Pierre lied and said that this bag of cocaine couldn't have been part of the Biden family repertoire. Whatever Hunter Biden has in that teeny little backpack he carries around everywhere. Why is Hunter Biden carrying a little kid's red backpack everywhere? Makes you wonder. By the way, you know that the first family isn't searched by Secret Service? If you have facial recognition from the Secret Service, then you can just walk in. You don't have to be searched. You don't have to have the drug dog sniff you down. So Cringe Jean-Pierre lied and said that the first family wasn't there on Friday. But they were, according to the White House pool report. Karine Jean-Pierre then went on to say that the cocaine was found in a high-traffic area. That was also a lie, and she wasn't able to explain it. They're covering up. They're covering up for the Biden crime family. Again, you can literally see in this footage, like a sweaty, tweaking, paranoid Hunter Biden, like spaz out. You can see it here, ladies and gentlemen. And remember this: you would have never gotten Paul Pelosi, these degenerates that run our country. You would have never gotten Paul Pelosi's mugshot without a FOIA request. Now, there are open FOIA requests to who left the bag of coke at the White House. There's cameras everywhere. I'm telling you, I try as hard as I can not to be self-referential, but I've been to this location. I've put my personal effects into these cubby holes. Okay, this is not a bag of cocaine, by the way. This is a keychain. But I put my personal effects into these cubby holes. I know exactly where this is. This is not a high-trafficked area. There were not a lot of people in this corridor. And all you had to do was check to see who had access to that cubby. You could narrow it down from 500 people to probably one. And they're scared because of the one person that this would potentially implicate. Who would be the one guy? Who would it be? Yeah. Makes you wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire Biden family has a very long history with abuse and drug use. This has been detailed, but nobody did it better than Jesse Waters, who's the one who issued the FOIA request to the White House for the footage and the visitor logs. Take it away, Jesse. This is good work. Also, the guy who got us Nancy Pelosi's husband's mugshot was Jesse Waters in a FOIA request. So before you say this can't, nothing will come of this, the only reason we have this photo is because of Jesse Waters and the lawyers demanding it. So go get him.
If someone gets caught with cocaine, it's usually a slam dunk case. But when cocaine's found in the White House, the Secret Service can't tell us where they found it. And we're starting to believe that the reason they won't tell us where they found it is because that would tell us whose coke it was. So instead, the Secret Service isn't telling us anything. In a response to a Freedom of Information request put forward by Bloomberg, the Secret Service is saying they can't release any records about the coke found at the White House. Why? They said it would interfere with an ongoing investigation. But what's the investigation? Police charge people with cocaine possession all the time when they find it in someone's house. But today we learned the FBI is a part of the cover-up.
Is the FBI assisting the Secret Service in the investigation as to how cocaine wound up at the White House?
Yes, I want to be a little bit careful about what I can say here because the Secret Service is leading the investigation. But as is standard in an investigation where white powder is found, the FBI's lab personnel did an evaluation to determine whether or not there was a, sort of biological.
Is that the only assistance?
That's the only assistance we've done so far. We have offered the full range of our assistance to the Secret Service if they want to use us.
Oh, they've done more than offer. The FBI is now involved in the White House coke investigation. Christopher Wray and Merrick Garland, his boss, are overseeing Cocaine Gate. What? Garland, who just gave Hunter Biden the plea deal of the century, won't even open Hunter's laptop, is burying the bribery tapes. And Wray, who covered up the laptop before the last election and raided President Trump's house, those two guys are in charge of investigating the White House coke?